Checking email. Oh, Rebecca. Oh, how sweet. I can't wait to show my mom this. New Jersey, Dublin, Ireland. Oh, that's so sweet. Rebecca, that is so very kind. Oh my God. How cute. My mom is going to love that. Oh, Tina, thank you very much. Good morning. Happy Father's Day, gentlemen. Jackie. Good morning, Karen. Stacy Stoltz. Is that cute? That is really something. Rebecca. Let me pull up some. See, I think Rebecca said something else. Wait. Oh, no instructions for me to join something. No. This is so cute. Wow. Welcome to New Jersey. Dublin. That's nice. I got to share that with my mom. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rebecca. Anyway, I fell back asleep. I'm sorry. I got up at 6 o'clock and I fell back asleep. Oh, Lord. We're 29 people deep. Good 30 people are on with us right now. It is the 21st of June, Sunday, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all you ladies, too. Obviously, you had good dads, or else you guys would not be the women you are. And your moms are probably pretty cool. So, all you ladies, happy Father's Day to you, too. And your dads. Oh. Rebecca, that was really sweet of you. That is really sweet. My mom is going to really love that. How do I share that to her? I got to send this to her. Oh, Lord. Whose birthday is it? Zelda saying, good morning, friends. Sending love to all the good dads. I miss ours too, more than words can say. Gail Ann sending us a heart. Margie sending us a heart. Sherry Westby saying, Rebecca, you're so talented with the computer. I'm impressed. We first got a computer when this is 1998. My daughter used to say, Olivia, Dad, can I get on the computer? Can I get on the computer? Can I get on the computer? Mom will love it. Yeah, that's so cute. I got to pull it up. How do I send it to her? Well, Jerry, you got to do an attachment, and then you got to be on your email, and then I got to save it to my computer, right? Save it to the computer. Download it to you. Download it. That's what I'm going to do. Download it to my computer, and this way I can share it with my mom. That's the ticket. Durr. Jerry Durr. Oh, let's hear stories about dads. What do you guys want to make stories up about dads? And kids? Want to make stories up, share stories about kids? I remember shopping with my daughter Grace, who is very friendly. She's very outgoing. Olivia was more subdued. She's the oldest, which was surprising. I thought Olivia would be more like me, blah, 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 blah. But she'd be like shy, and Grace would just go up to anybody. And there was a little black boy in a stroller in, I forget where we were. Could have been Walmart or some Target, somewhere. A little black boy with an afro in a stroller. And my dad goes, Dad, my daughter Gracie goes, Daddy, can I go say hi to him? Can I go say hi to them? I said, sure, go ahead. So she goes up to the mom and the son who's walking next to his mother, and there's another little boy in the cart, and Grace was, couldn't take her eyes off this kid. He was a cute kid, little black kid, and she goes, he is so cute. Can I touch him? And so the woman goes, sure, go ahead. So Grace touches his face, and she's like, hi, cutie. And she's like talking so sweet to this little kid. And then Grace turns to the mother and says, what's his name? And the woman goes, ask him. So Grace turns to me and goes, Dad, isn't that so cute? His name is Ask him. Right? Like you would think the mom would have told her his name is, Wilbur, or William. No, she said to my daughter, ask him, meaning ask him what his name is. Like he can speak for himself. Yeah. So Grace thought his name was Ask him. I thought that was the cutest thing. We laughed. I laughed. That was funny. Dad, that's so cute. His name is Ask him. ASKUM. Ask him. Any stories about kids? Anybody want to share the stories about kiddies, your dads? Any particular stories about your father? Rough to the rescue. I hope I made her laugh. Is that her laughing at me? I hope. I want to hear some dad stories. Some brief dad stories. I'm trying to think of a dad story. Here's a story about my dad. Can I share this? When we were stationed in Montana at Glasgow Air Force Base, my dad was accounting and finance. So we're here at an isolated base, probably the most isolated base in America, in Montana, a strategic air command base with B-52s that were taking off from Montana to do what? To bomb Vietnam. So here we are in the remote area of Montana, and my mom is from Brooklyn, and she has my brother and sister. They're little, and I'm like, 4 years old. I'm just a kid. And my mom had her hands full. She had me, four, my brother Tommy is a year old or 14 months, and then my baby sister Cindy was a baby, an infant. So my mom had three kids, and I think she, inside all day, right? So my mom gives me a bath. For some reason, she had stockings on. And now you guys are going to make fun of me from now on. I know this because this is going to be something against me. My mom had stockings on. She takes me out of the bath, whoop, slips, drops me, and I hit my head. Yes, my head was hit. Big knot on my head. So my mom calls my dad at work. Jerry, I dropped Jerry. I fell with Jerry. I hit his head. So my dad has to come home from work, take me to the clinic. The doctor says, your son has had a concussion. Wraps my head, says, do not let him fall asleep. Tell your wife to keep an eye on him. It could be bad. So I go home. My dad goes back to work. My mom is told to sit and watch me. Now I'm sitting there watching TV, the cartoons or whatever, and I hear the door blowing, the wind blowing. Blowing on the screen door. It's Montana. It's windy. So I get up, go and open the door, and push the screen door open to see what that sound is. And the door slams on my hand. Now my hand is bleeding, and it looks like I've gotten the door just slammed on my hand. So now my mom calls my dad a second time and says, Jerry slammed his hand in the door. Can you come get him? He's bleeding, So they bring me, dad comes against me, brings me to the clinic again. They x-ray my hand. It's not broken, but they wrap my hand. So now I have a bandage on my head, a bandage on my hand, and the doctor says, listen, tell your wife to keep an eye on him. He has a concussion. No more excitement. She needs to just watch him. So she brings me home again. He brings me home again. I'm sitting there, and somehow my mom was doing so with my brother or sister. I went out the back door and sat on the dog, the neighbor's dog. The dog bit me. So now I had a bite on my leg. So then my dad's called a third time. Sergeant Doran, your wife's on the phone. So my dad had to come get me a third time, bring me to the same doctor at the same clinic, and say he has a dog bite. So at that point, the physician ordered my dad to stay home with my mom. He said, your wife's having a hard day keeping track of your son. When you go home, I'm writing you an order. Stay home. Stay home with your wife today. So my dad stayed home, and I didn't get hurt again. But those were three incidences until, So I hit my head, screen door, bit by the dog, all the same morning. And that's my dad's story. My dad was a good father. Christy says, one day, my 3-year-old stood up in a wagon I was pulling and fell on the pavement, smacking the back of her head. It was scary. Oh my God, you can lose your vision that way. Anyway, or your taste. Christy says, it was scary. She was okay, but carry the guilt of that to this day. I know, I could have been somebody. I could have been something special, but my mom hit my head. I know you guys are saying, I knew he hit his head. I knew it. I knew Jerry was messed up. And now you're going to use it against me. Yeah. Here's a picture of my children. I had them all particular on one weekend, and my son, this is my son's mom in this picture. I was never married to her. I didn't go out with her for a long period of time, but these are my children down by the lake where my parents where we had our first home. So these are my kids when they were little. That's Faith. She has red hair. That's Olivia. That's my oldest. That's Caroline. That's Grace. She got a big mouth. And that's my son, Christopher. Libby was my favorite. You're such a good kid. Anyway, I didn't expect that. Yeah. Christy, did she have it? Was she bleeding? Zelda says, Titan, my dad had a Honda Goldwing. He drove it through Canada to meet me the first time in Alaska when I was 19. My pops would have admitted it either. Tina. Hey, Tina. Tina's such a doll, really. Love stories about family. Jerry, Stacy's laugh. Gail, that's so interesting. What did Gail say? I didn't see any story about Gail's kids. Gail. Oh, Gail says, so I was 11 when my brother was drafted. He was the oldest and only son. So when he left, I became the son or daughter. We did everything together, working on cars, hunting, fishing, and whatever else. So Gail Ann's brother got drafted when she was only 11 years old, and she became the daughter and the son. Zelda, you're sweet. We have so many nice people on here. Good morning, everybody. It is the 21st of June, Sunday, Father's Day, 7:39 a.m. We have 42 people on with us right now. Everybody's saying hello to everybody, and it's a beautiful thing. People on this platform are becoming friends, and our platform is quite simple. We're anti-MAGA, and we believe that everybody should be treated with love, kindness, and respect. Unless they turn into something different, then you got to handle them the way you need to handle them. But we have a nice group of people on here, really, really do. Titan says, my dad rode his motorcycle until he was 83. He had a Honda Goldwing 1800. That's big, isn't it? He had a Honda Goldwing 1800. I think he stopped riding because his motorcycle was too heavy to lift if he dropped it. But he would never admit it. That's when men were men. I'm such a girl compared to my father. My dad wouldn't bitch about anything. My dad had big forearms. I'd be like this, oh my God, my dad was just a tough guy. So was Titans. All right. Stacy, you're a sweetheart, man. Titan Bruce says, Curls, I have a similar story. We were sledding, and my son went down the hill on his sled and ended up in some rocks, unconscious. He rushed him to the hospital, and he had a concussion and bruised kidney. Dang. You guys, this is so important. You know what? I'm so happy to hear this. I thought I was the only kid abused. No, serious. Or, my mom, come on, Jesus, I was only, I don't know how old I was, 3 or 4. I don't know if my sister was born yet, but my mom could have been pregnant with her. And my brother was only 1. So she had her hands full. But I don't know why she took me out of the bath wearing stockings. What the hell? She was wearing stockings. We were in Montana. What was she thinking? So Christy says her daughter's back of her head did not bleed, and luckily it was just a goose egg, which is better than nothing. Yeah, internal bleeding. The doctor said I had a concussion. You guys are going to use this against me. Jerry had a concussion, but he was only 3. His mother dropped him on his head. Oh, if you people pull that shit on me, I'll be so pissed off at you. Jerry's mother dropped him on the head. And then he slammed his head in the door, his hand in the door. And then he would get bit by a dog. Oh, shit. Celeste Phillips says, Happy Father's Day to all you dads. Stacy Stoltz is eating breakfast. Christy, our girlfriend, rough to the rescue, says, My dad was 44 when I was born. None of my teachers believed he was in World War II. They told me I was confused. My grandpa was in World War II. In 8th grade, he spoke to our class about his experience. That's awesome. Zelda said, thank you for me sharing that picture. Oh my God. I don't even know what my daughters look like today. The last time I saw them was only maybe within a year after this picture. I never saw them again. So anyway, my son Christopher's a good looking kid, man. He's 6'3". He has a beard. He teaches high school history. Then Gracie. Caroline, I bet Caroline is beautiful. She looks like my mom. And she was a pretty baby. And then there's my Olivia. She had a heart of gold, that kid. And then there's Faith. My daughter Olivia right here. She would come home from school and she'd go, Hey, Daddy, you know that big kid at school with the square head? There's always one of us. There was a kid at her school who was a thick kid and he had a square head. My daughter goes, Daddy, do you know that husky boy, that thick boy with the square head in my class? I said, yeah. She goes, well, no one ever talks to him. So today I told him I liked his shirt. I said, Olivia, you probably made his day. That was very sweet of you. She goes, I know. Oh, Lord. I didn't have a chance to be the father I wanted to be. Children, I got divorced. Well, whatever. Celeste. Jerry, abused. My poor mom. She was under. Can you imagine being from Brooklyn, New York, and being in a base with 2,500 people? That's it. We were stationed at Glasgow Air Force Base, Montana. My mom was probably losing her mind. Stuck in the house with 3 kids, or at least pregnant, a baby, and then me. I was, and she had to focus on my brother and sister, so she couldn't keep her eye on me. Matt Smashy's here. Good morning, Smashy. Wow, that is interesting. Titan's father was a lithographer, and he used to do gold embossing invitations to the White House, was one of his jobs. How neat. That's because you're from Massachusetts, right? Aggie's wishing Titan Brew a happy Father's Day. I wish I had pictures when I was. We have slides of me injured. Anyway, it's 7:46. Let's go outside. This is me in Montana. This is how old I was when I got hurt in Montana. There's me there. My grandmother bought me that coat. I got a big head, huh? Jesus. The size of my cranium. Oh. This is also in Montana. There's my dad. If there's a picture for me that epitomizes, that you love your dad, it's a picture of my brother and I. I've showed you this before. Oh, happy Father's Day, guys. God bless you. The 21st of June, Sunday. My mom wanted to take me out to dinner today to Old World Bakery for breakfast. She had 11 o'clock reservations. I said, no, I don't want to go out to breakfast. But thank you, Mom. So you guys think that I don't, I don't just talk shit. I don't fabricate. I don't, posture. That's just not my style. This is me just before the election. That's in front of the prison here in Mount Holly. It's the oldest prison in America. Anyway, was going to advise you to ask for your home fries to be deep fried. Oh my God. Zelda, is that cute? My brother and my mom must have ran around to get my father's camera because at that age, my father still let both of us sit on his lap. Not shortly after that picture, I could not sit on my father's lap anymore. It was just my brother and sister took my spot on my dad's lap, which I did not like. So let me see if there's any other. I don't have any old pictures. I'm sorry. I got to download some old pictures from when we were kids. My dad took pictures all the time. My dad, he always had a camera. This is a picture of my brother, sister, and I in Panama Canal Zone. My sister's cute, isn't she? Anyway, Gail Ann is going down to a lake today. Smashy, saying goodbye to her. Gail Ann says, Jerry, I have to run. We're driving to the lake today. Hope all the dads have a great day and wish the same for all of you friends. Gail Ann, much love to you, sweetie. Celeste, Smashy, Zelda, you're all very kind. Curls, I told her my mom and I went out to breakfast and we kept getting home fries that were like, and every time I get home fries, I go, can I have an omelet? And I'll tell them what type of omelet. Can I have crispy home fries, please? Can I have home fries? Crispy? I've been getting raw home fries. I'm like, what the freak? Jerry, you sound so spoiled. Why don't you just shut up? I'm just saying, when you ask for crispy home fries, it's nice to get crispy home fries. Jeff is saying that his dad also was known for his ability to repair printing presses, much of which required a technician sent from Germany to fix. He saved a lot of repair costs where he worked. The Germans always make things intricate and a pain in the ass. They do. They over-engineer shit. You can't get your car fixed. If you have a BMW or a Mercedes, good luck getting that fixed in the United States. It's expensive. Your son is 6'3". Yeah, Chris, 6'4". He's like taller than 6'3". I should be 6'2", 6'3". Christy wants to let everybody know she's going to go live today at 3:45. Hopefully she's not going to be in the car driving, talking to us while she's reading. I was like so nervous for Christy, and she's a sweetheart, Christy. She's driving yesterday, 2 dogs in the back, and I'm like this. I mean, did you feel that way when she was looking at the camera? And I'm like, what the fuck's in front of you? Like, oh my God. I was waiting to see an accident happen, and like the dogs come right to the camera. Woo! Like, I was very scared yesterday. Christy, don't do that again. Don't do that again to me. I am bad. Well, when I drive, I place the phone down, and I really don't. I just talk, you know me. I don't shut up. You were reading everything. Smashy says her father grew up around tobacco farms in Kentucky. Yo, Smash, my cigar store Indian downstairs, that is from down south. You know why they had cigar store Indians? So that people knew that tobacco was being sold at that particular store, because a lot of people could not read. Aggie sharing that her dad was a mechanic for TWA out of JFK Airport in New York for 35 years. I wish him a happy Father's Day in heaven. He was the best dad. This is for Aggie's father, who kept people up in the air safely for 35 years. To all your dads. And for all of us that have missed our dads. Oh my God, I wish my dad was here. I wish my dad was here. I hate not being able to talk to him. I hate it. Oh. Celeste, okay, Celeste says thinks I was a cute kid. Pshaw, thank you. Margie says her father was a tobacco blender. He made a lot of the flavoring still out there today. And Christy is sharing. Christy's very intelligent. She says that postpartum depression is a real thing. So I think we personally would have been better off if my parents just had me. I think we would have been better off. But whatever. You know the movie It's a Wonderful Life? Have you guys heard of the movie with Jimmy Stewart? It's called It's a Wonderful Life. And in this movie, he has the opportunity to see, because he's very distraught. He has financial issues occurring. They're going to take away his building and loan. And he has an opportunity to see what life would be like without him in it. And the angel says, this is a very wonderful gift you're receiving. You're going to have an opportunity to see what the world would be like without you in it. Done. So now he's seeing his town and his family and his friends, how they would be without him being alive. If he was never alive, what would the town be like? Was he influential in making changes while he was alive? It became very evident, yeah. Because even when he was going over his history, when he was a little boy sledding with his brother and his friends, and they used to slide down the hill on shovels, and his brother slid down onto the lake and went, and ice broke, and his brother went under into the ground, into the lake, and was going to drown. Jimmy Stewart saved his brother's life. Jimmy Stewart's brother later grew up to become a man and served in World War II and saved many people's lives. He was a hero. He would not have been able to do anything if Jimmy Stewart hadn't been alive to save him. So when Jimmy Stewart could see how life is without him, it was very dark without his life. So it makes you realize you have more influence in the world than you realize. That if you weren't here, if you guys were not here, think about all the changes that would occur. It would be like, a domino effect. And I'm sharing this because in my own life, when I was a little boy and we were stationed in Panama, my mom was sitting next to the big pool, which was a 100-meter pool. She was between the baby pool and the big pool. I came around the corner and I saw my mom 10 feet away from my brother and sister talking to a woman. I looked and there was my brother pointing at the pool. What was in the pool? My sister. She was underwater and all you could see was the top of her ponytail. She had a blonde ponytail floating on top of the water. She was drowning. She was doing this and she was underwater and my brother was laughing silently at her. He must have pushed her in. Long story short, I dove in, grabbed my sister, and she was all, and I handed her to my mom, and she almost drowned. So I guess I'm saying, even in our own lives, you have to recognize that. Can you imagine if my sister would have drowned? If my sister would have drowned, my mom and dad's marriage might have fallen apart. How do you survive a child's death, especially when you're right near the kid? My dad probably would have been resentful that his daughter drowned because of my mom. You don't know. So I'm just saying, we all are on this. Here's my mom and I. We all are here for a purpose, even though we don't realize what that purpose is. It's not for us to question it. It's just for us to do the best we can day by day, to be a positive influence when we can, and to make the world better if the opportunity presents itself. That's it. I've had so many disappointments in my life. I've been hurt, but guess what? In the end, I think I've did a lot more positive than. It's not about what's happened to me. It's what I provided society or what I've done with my life. Same thing with all of us. That's all I'm saying. So, and your dads, think about how your life would be if you didn't have your dad. And if you didn't have your dad, how tough it was. So anyway, you know me, I tell my stories. Celeste Phillips, good morning. Celeste is so sweet. Awesome. That movie is a beautiful movie, isn't it? It's a Wonderful Life. Margie says, we are all here for a reason, good or bad. It's the truth. Listen, even when being a dad, you don't think I'm a punch in the stomach. I never, I didn't have time, but my children brought their mothers a lot of joy and made other people's lives better. My son, I wasn't married to his mother, but and I didn't have a lot of say with what he did in his life because I wasn't married to his mom. But my son, who really, I was there for him. I didn't have a chance to enjoy my son as much as I would have liked. But my son, if he wasn't born, my dad might have died earlier because when my son was born, my dad so much loved my son, he stopped smoking. My dad used to smoke a pack of cigarettes a day. When my son was born, my mom and dad really loved my son. And it made their marriage stronger because they were going through an empty nest syndrome. So I think my son could have saved my parents' marriage. And my son being born, even though I wasn't, the primary person and couldn't enjoy him, it wasn't about me. He brought joy to my parents' life. And my dad stopped smoking because of my son. And that was in 1992. My son was born in 1990. So when my son was 2 years old, my dad said, I'm not smoking anymore. I love this kid. I want to see him grow up. So my dad stopped smoking in 1992. So he didn't die. He lived through 2002. He lived for another 20 years. Probably wouldn't have lasted 20 more years if it wasn't for my son. So we're all here for a reason. We don't know why. It is what it. That's it. Golf glasses is the butterfly effect. Zelda, you're not falling behind, sweetheart. You're awesome. I'm just talking. I don't shut up. You know me. I always have a story to tell. Oh, Lord. All right, let's go outside. It's so pretty outside. It's so pretty outside. Let's go outside and get some fresh air. It's 40. I've been on for 41 minutes. You guys are probably folding your laundry, making your bed, emailing your friends for your activities today. Let's go outside. (8:03 a.m., June 21st, Sunday. It's 8:03 a.m. Let's go outside. But first, dear Father, please rid us of this pestilence and evilness. Oh, Lord, take him and put him someplace away from us. What do you think about it? Poor Donald Trump. Can you imagine having two sons like Eric and Trump Jr.? Hey, Dad, happy birthday, Dad. They're so doofy. His sons are so dumb. Oh, my God. I'm just saying. They're doofy kids. So he's getting his today. His kids aren't the best kids. And I'm sure, I don't know. He's not happy. Remember that carpet was outside drying? My mom had me bring it in because she wants to do something with it. Look at how she left it. Right? Oh, Lord, I don't know what she's going to do with this rug. Yo, if anybody needs any Mother's Day balloons, I have 3. Oh, snap. Let's go outside. What, a cantaloupe? Oh. Excuse me. I have these plant holders that I ordered that are soft, and they hold like 5 gallons. I should get them today or tomorrow, and then I'm going to transplant these plants into a new, larger container. Let's see it is absolutely beautiful out today. Let's see what the temperature is here in South Jersey. $76 degrees, right? I'm going to put the pool filter on, and I'm going to hop in the pool. I'm going to spend the whole day in the freaking pool. I'm going to be like a hippopotamus and an alligator in the pool. My mom asked me, what do I want for Father's Day? I would love to see my kids. That would be one thing. But I told her I'd be happy. She's going to make me scrambled eggs and bacon with an English muffin. And I'll be happy with that. And I'm happy I got to say good morning to you guys. So I think my mom is up. If I don't put the camera towards her, it's because she probably doesn't want to be seen. So let me go. We'll go on the front porch. I need to see if there's any packages out there. Hi, Sid. You okay?
Huh?
You all right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Come-
Just want to make some coffee.
I'll fold this in a little bit, hon.
Huh?
I'll fold this when I come.
Whatever.
Mom's up. There's my dad. My dad's here. Honestly, this is like the most pleasant part of the whole house right here. My dad and I would sit out here and talk for all the time. My mom would sit up, come and bring us out food. It was nice. Oh. Celeste says, Jerry, I see your daughter has red hair. My ass, does she have blue eyes? My mom was a redhead with blue eyes. Trivia, it's the rarest hair and eye combo. My daughter Faith has blue eyes. She's my only blue-eyed daughter. All the other ones have brown eyes. So Olivia had brown eyes and red hair, and then Faith had red hair and blue eyes. And I hated my mother-in-law when she says, "Oh, at least we have a blue eye." She referred to her as a blue eye, like she was a Native American, like calling my daughter a blue eye. Oh, Aggie, God, you guys are so sweet. Jerry, you are a wonderful man, a great son and a friend. I don't deserve that, but I will take it. Oh, Aggie, thank you for being such a good person and being on here. Oh my God, I have to catch up. Debbie, you're very sweet, but no, that's not in the cards. Jerry said, brother, you need to read the text and respond today. Oh, I thought it was just the picture you wanted me to see, Rebecca. I will look. We have a lot of people here in Florida. Jonathan Barr saying, good morning, Mrs. Cindy. Yo, John, thank you for being kind to my mom. Steve Smith said, so many door locks. Live in a bad area? Nah, but I do a sequence when I lock a door because there's a lot of need in our world right now, and I'm very giving, but I don't want to have anybody strange walk into my house. I don't want to hurt anybody. I don't want them to be hurt. So it's best to lock your doors. So I do that. I'm glad you cued in on that, Steve. You guys, lock your doors. It doesn't make you a bad person. You just don't want anyone strange coming in your house. People are on meth. People are on pain medication. People are in want. They're struggling. And you don't want a stranger in your home. So I just lock the doors as a habit. The screen door and the door. And if you have a garage door, shut your garage doors. Don't leave your garage doors open. Why? It's an invitation to come into your house. When I'm pulling away, I shut the garage door. If my mom opens, I call her in the car. Mom, why are you opening the garage door? Oh, I'm sorry. Did I do that? Yeah. Shut the garage door, Ma. You don't want anyone coming in the house. So it doesn't make me like I'm in a bad neighborhood. It's just being cautious in today's society. It's not a bad idea to lock your doors. I'm sorry. That's okay. There's a whole Florida group chatting here, which is very, very cool. Smashy says it's going to rain where she is. It's 76 degrees in South Florida right now. 76 degrees here in New Jersey. Therabob says he just finished a long phone call. He's going to do a little read back. Jeff says Jeff says he wishes he could go swimming. The pool looks so inviting. It does, doesn't it, Jeff? Smashy's been growing jalapenos and tomatoes with vegetables. That sounds nice, Smashy. Sherry Westbay says she's sorry to hear. Oh, what did Ruff say? Jerry, did you get the stains out of the pillow? Smashy, you're so freaking awesome. I brought it to a dry cleaner. She's a Chinese lady. Her name is Sue. She's charged me like $17. She's going to re-sew New Jersey, trim it up, put stain remover, and she's going to have her husband steam clean it. And, Smashy, that pillow, she found a zipper and she took the down pillow out of it so she could sew it and work with it. I didn't know there was a zipper. I think that's so cool. So I'm picking that pillow up on Wednesday. And my mother's birthday's on Thursday. So I got that pillow. Smashy, you are a sweetheart. Thank you for mentioning the pillow. It just reminded me that I have that to pick up for my mom. You're so funny. You're a very sweet woman, Smashy. Thank you for being such a good friend. Aggie was looking for a guy with a kilt. Woo! He's going to flash you. Sam Mansick says, you look like one of those coaches which trains high school football teams and gives uplifting speeches. I could do that. I could do that. So listen, I love you guys, but my mom is in there having a cup of coffee. It is Father's Day. She could be thinking about her father right now. She could be thinking about my dad right now, or both. So I'm going to get off early. I usually stay on for an hour and a half, but not today. I want to go sit with my mom and tell her I love her. And if she wants to talk about my dad, I'm going to listen and talk about my father. If she wants to talk about her father, I'm going to listen about my grandfather. So I think today is a very important day to reminisce to acknowledge how fortunate we are, and to be alive. And we couldn't be alive without our dads. And I wish everybody a happy Father's Day. And I'm so grateful for all the women on this platform, and the guys too. Ruff say this is what Ruff is telling, where people are talking to Ruff right now. Christy, she says people get mad at my former boyfriend's daughter for not speaking to her mom in 20 years. Her mom is pure evil. It made me so mad that they make her feel guilty for not having. Yeah. Oh, Smashy. We all have demons, honey. And you're doing great. You're doing great. I never assume someone's parents are worthy of their kids' appreciation and never know the full story. Well, there's a lot of stories out there too where the parents deserve a lot of their children's appreciation and love, but it's taken away from them because of the other parent. The other parent wants their undivided attention, wants their undivided loyalty, and is willing to throw the other parent under the bus to obtain that power. So I know what you're saying, they're rough to the rescue, but let me just tell you what. The men that are allowed to see their kids are usually assholes, and the mother wants to push the kids on the father, and the father's like indifferent. All right. Then there's guys who would die to see their kids and make every attempt to spend as much time as they can with their kids, but the kids are dangled in front of them like a piece of fucking fruit, and it's a tease. And so there's a lot of men who are good men that want to see their children and can't. So there's two sides to that coin. Trust me. And sadly, the kids only know about the father. You might say he's evil and this shit. You don't know the full story either. And you don't know what's being said to those kids about him. He might not deserve half the bad press he's getting. So. And I'm saying, yeah, I'm sure. I'm sorry your dad was, all of us felt uneasy. I felt my dad, when my dad drank on weekends, it was an uneasy feeling because you felt you could get away with anything. All right, that's it for me. I got to go say good morning to my mom. Gonna say good morning to my mom. Brooks lost her dad. Hey, listen, a lot of us have lost our parents, our dads there, Brooke. It's not easy. I'm sorry about your dad. All right, guys, I love you. Have a happy Father's Day. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you this afternoon. I'm going to be in the pool all day. So you want to spend Father's Day with me? I'll be in the pool in the next 2 hours. I'll be in the pool for hours. Okay, I'm going to set up the umbrellas. It seems very pleasant out. I'm going to be in the pool doing my orca, hippopotamus, alligator imitation. Join me in the pool. Happy Father's Day. I love you guys, and I'll see you like in 2 hours. All right?